Hello and welcome to Simply Southern. I'm Kevin Worthington.
And I'm Mary Wilson. Later in today's show, we're talking fall gardening with Mallory Kelly of Alabama Extension.
Amanda Klein is a picture of resilience. Armed with her paintbrush and a positive attitude, she tackled challenges life threw her way by utilizing her talents. Today on Simply Southern, we'll learn more about this artist and her thriving business.
And I'm Stacy Little. Today in the kitchen, we're turning collard greens into an amazingly delicious soup that's super easy too. Y'all stay tuned.
Forest landowners in Alabama are fighting one of the worst pest outbreaks since at least the turn of the century.
Pine beetles have infested trees in more than 8,000 separate locations around Alabama, and that number increases daily.
The Alabama Forestry Commission is monitoring the outbreak. They say getting rid of the bugs won't be easy or cheap.
2/3 of Alabama, 22 million acres, is covered by pine trees. More than 2 million of those trees are under attack by insects about the size of a grain of rice.
You know, earlier in the spring, we weren't seeing a large amount of activity, at least outside of national forest land, but since late spring, early summer, we've really seen that limited activity become large scale in a very short amount of time. So landowners that haven't been on their property since springtime, since April or May not have noticed anything back then, and now they may be returning to their property and seeing everything's done turned brown. And unfortunately, a lot of these beetle spots are several acres in size, so that's a potentially large monetary loss for landowners.
Because pine trees don't require a lot of maintenance, many landowners may not be aware of a problem. Drew says checking your property is important, while the Forestry Commission continues to look for problem areas.
On our home page, there will be a link near the top of the page that'll have a current southern pine beetle location map on it. And in many cases, they can actually locate their property by using that map. And if a known beetle infestation is there, it'll be marked in that area. So I would definitely encourage landowners to visit that, because that is a live map. So as data gets updated daily, that map also gets updated daily.
Foresters say preventing pine beetles is much easier than fighting them. That includes thinning trees to prevent overpopulation in a forest, and burning to remove plants that compete with the trees for nutrients. Once the insects attack a tree, it has to be removed.
You can go in there, cut out those actively infested trees, and then we recommend cutting a buffer area of otherwise healthy trees around that to make sure that those beetles don't spread any further. With as active as stands are, or as active as the beetles are this year, really at minimum, we need at least a 100-foot buffer cut around those known infested trees. But in many cases, with as many beetles as there is, that buffer may be from 100 to 150 foot wide. So that's another, negative thing to treating beetle spots is you're having to take out healthy trees too. But it is absolutely necessary.
Depending on the size of the beetle spot, landowners may have to hire loggers to remove the infested trees, and that adds to the monetary loss, but will help prevent other trees from being attacked. Just considering the value of the tree loss, Drew estimates $20 million in damage so far this year, but that figure could continue to grow until the weather puts a stop to the beetles.
As things cool down, especially when you start getting nights, below 50 degrees, that will slow them down. It can lead to beetle populations going somewhat dormant. But if daytime temperatures are still, climbing up, like in the 60s, they still can remain active. So it won't really be till we start getting some frost, probably late fall, till things really truly go dormant. So I'd expect some continued activity for the remainder of the summer and on into early fall at a minimum.
As the Forestry Commission detects beetle spots, they're notifying landowners. But even the notification is being hampered because a higher than average season of wildfires has personnel fighting fires rather than battling beetles.
Now, landowners can go to forestry.alabama.gov to see the map indicating beetle spots, or just search for Alabama Forestry Commission, and there's a link to the map on the homepage.
Fabulous and 50. Every state looks great when Amanda Klein gets out her paintbrush. Next, we'll see her artistic interpretation of the USA, from Alabama to Wyoming.
Hi, I'm Melissa Bowman, and I've been a reporter for Simply Southern TV for the past 6 seasons. I earned my degree in journalism from the University of Alabama, and after college, I worked more in marketing and public relations, but I always loved telling stories. I am so grateful for all of the fun adventures I've been able to have through my work on this show. I mean, I've gotten to drive a tank, go fly fishing, do yoga with goats. I think Simply Southern TV is something that everyone should watch, and I love its focus, whether we are telling stories about farmers who contribute so much to our daily lives, or the makers who are bringing more creativity into the world, or those folks out there who are making a difference in their communities through their charitable work. Those are the stories that deserve to be told, and I'm happy to be part of a show that does just that. I'm Melissa Bowman. Congratulations to Simply Southern on 10 wonderful seasons.
Are you looking for a convenient, simple way to access your insurance details or pay your bill? With the Alpha To Go app, you can do just that. When you download the Alpha To Go app, you can access policy documents and auto ID cards, pay your bill, or file a claim. Wherever you are, Alpha To Go is at your fingertips. Visit alphainsurance.com to get started today. These Alpha Insights are proudly presented by Alpha Insurance.
A farmer has to live on faith. We do all we can do, but we can only control so much.
Alabama is the second largest poultry growing state in the nation, so we're trying our best to grow all the corn we can for that.
What we produce not only feeds and clothes all of the United States, but about half of what we make goes on to the world market.
We've been able to improve yields, have some things that can help us produce a better crop. I'm proud of the product we make and proud that I can say I'm an Alabama farmer.
In the heart of Alabama, where communities thrive and families flourish, there's a trusted partner with practical solutions for a better world. Alabama Extension equips farmers in the field and supports health in the home. Our experts extend knowledge and improve lives.
We're growing food for our community right here in the city.
We're gaining the confidence to become the leaders of tomorrow.
We're here to help you grow and succeed in all aspects of life. Discover Alabama Extension at aces.edu.